Que la que hay, mi gente, que lo que, wherever you are, República Dominicana, Puerto Rico, Estados Unidos, esto es lo que hay, tú sabes que no la fiesta. Okay, so, Rico Toro, I kind of blew it in the live yesterday. You know, I didn't realize that probably streaming from the work laptop might have been a bad idea. And I had a little anxiety first time going into the live thing. So, you know what? It's all good. Tú sabes, esto es lo que hay. You know, these things happen. Tú sabes con la fiesta, esto es lo que hay, mamá. Chorro corazón, twinkle in your eye, dame beso, tienes sueño, te quita la pantalón. So I'm telling you a little about my day. First off, smash that subscribe. Give me one of those. A little love always appreciated. You know what it is. So, shout out Toro'S, brother, just young brother, entrepreneur, just closed on a house in Puerto Plata today. We met up briefly, flip-flop, kicked it. Shout out to brother Jeremy, kind of a newbie to the traveling scene. We had, you know, chopped it up a little bit, and yeah, everything's lovely. You know, usual suspects, ran in a boat race, always very insightful. You know, some good laughs, some good fun. You know, all love there. So, Rico Toro, channel based on real life experiences, personal perspective, based on personal observation. We don't sugarcoat it. Tú sabes, esto es lo que hay, mamá. Dame beso. So, tell you about my day a little bit. You know what? I woke up Friday, had to do the 9 to 5. Woke up with a little problem. So, I made a call to somebody that been kind of sweating me to come handle business. Not really my particular taste, but one of my friends, I love you, Bobby, but it was my turn. So I made the call. She come and handle business. And then I didn't really know how the day was going to turn before that. So I worked a little while and then had to run an errand. And I stopped by my former numero uno's apartment because it was on the way to the errand. And the door was open, so as I was passing by, I was talking a little smack to get her attention. She had an amiga in there cooking breakfast. So, you know, basically, she's like, hey, what's up? I only did this because the night before, when I told her I was in the area afterwards, she's like, why didn't you stop by? I said, because I don't want to be an acosadora. I don't want to be like the acosadora, which that means stalker in Spanish. So not a good thing. I learned what that word is because I had an acosadora for a while that I had to shake. First and really only person that ever really had to block here. So I'm like seeing, you know, I'm hearing the crackling of fish grease or whatever she cooking. And I'm like, all right, there's you and her. And then I know there's another, you know, your amiga. And I know there's another, like, amiga that lives there. So, all right, who's going to clean my house? Okay, so-and-so, we'll say Vanessa's going to clean the house. And, all right, let's say the other one, Cecilia, she's going to cook lunch. And Elena is going to cook dinner. How'd that sound? You know, just for laughs. I wasn't expecting none of this. And none of this happened, but that's just me. That's just me flirting. Being a little un poco suave, tú sabes. Ay, 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 cariño. Ay, bendito. So, all right, let's fast forward. I come back, check the inbox, do a little work. And then I go to the gym. Everything seems normal, you know. First time in a long time, I took a pre-workout. Nothing crazy, just normal supplement. So anyways, have a really good workout. And then as I enter the front gate, my neighbor, I only have 5 neighbors in this building. It's a boutique apartment building. And one of my neighbors is Dominican. She's a little older, has an American husband who's in the US at this time. And she's religiously like, saying, I'm married, soy cansado, and, flashing the left hand, the ring, and I respect that, However, I knew it was just a matter of time before something between various amigas, cousins, nieces, daughters, random visitors, before a situation will be a situation. I mean, I think the husband in California, I think he's really holding everything down. So she's not looking for a side deal or a cut money-wise on anything. So, but, all that aside, I happen to come through the front gate and she's like, hola Rico, ¿cómo estás? ¿Qué tal tú? Blah, blah. So, and, she tells, she wants to like talk a little gossip about like, one of my neighbors and his favorita that talks to her too much, etc. So I'm like, all right, I listen. And then she asked me if I have a bottle of water, because she, likes to use the bottled water, says she wants to cook something or use it for coffee or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, all right, no problem. Well, then, there's a friend, a family member, etc., sitting next to her. And, I just say hello, kindly, whatever. Well, that person looks at me, took one look at me and says, I know you. Conocemos. And I'm like, no, I don't think so. Creo que no, pero me dio otra persona. And then she shows me my own picture, my own profile picture from WhatsApp. I'm like, yeah, that's me. So I'm like, well, what is your name? And she tells me, we'll say, it's Frenchie. So I just look at my own phone. I'm like, all right, Frenchie. And sure enough, one pulls up and it's like Frenchie, SD, and the letter N. Well, that means Frenchie, Santo Domingo, and the letter N is for no, we haven't smashed yet. So I'm like, all right, so I'm not being disrespectful if I make a move because I already have the contact. So I'm like, all right, tell the neighbor, yeah, I'm going to get you your bottle of water. And I tell the other one, like, hey, just finished in the gym. Come shower with me. You want to shower with me? She like, okay, I'll come up with you. So we go upstairs and, I don't know if she was nervous or whatever first or whatever, but I was just like, yeah, it's cool, no pressure. So I hand her a bottle of water. I said, just take this downstairs and come back if you want, if you can, or whatever. So she's downstairs for a little while. I'm thinking, all right, maybe the neighbor planted a seed, like, I'm malo, mafioso, tigre. I have many chicas or whatever, which may or may not be facts. So I just jump in the shower. Well, there's a little window in my shower where I can see the front door, but I do have it covered. So after a few minutes, I hear like the door handle and I lift up the curtain and I see the door open and close. And so I'm like, all right, ven aquí. Ven aquí, luchando. So she comes, she's like, you want me to join you? So then she comes and, we clean up and handle business. So that was the afternoon. But then, this evening, I was meeting up with somebody, Toro'S, who I shouted out down at Flip Flop. And on the way there, another brother, kind of new in his travels, tells me, you know, he tells me that Envy is open, but they technically close at 8. This is part of that inconsistency stuff I want to share. So, but if you get there before 8, you can stay till like 10 or later. Like, that's interesting. So I go to Flip Flop, try a burger for the first time. I'm a little tired of wings and tacos at this point. Try something different. You know, it's a good meeting spot, so I've been there frequently. So I go there and spend a little time, and then, you know, I hear the same thing repeated. Get the Envy by 8, and you can stay a little longer. So I got the Envy just probably 2 minutes after 8, and they let me in, you know, with my own cup, with the family blue cup that I walk with, you know. So I go in there, and I'm in there a while. There's a few cool cats in there, and we're chilling. And then, but, let me just backtrack. We, you know, had to pay 500 pesos, which is like a little shy of $9, basically, to get in. And they give you a little ticket. So that ticket, basically, you have like 500 pesos credit, which kind of worked out for me because that was 3 Santo Libres at 150, 450, 50 peso propina, boom. So that's with that, you know. And I hung out there for a little while, and you know, there was a few girls there, but that really kind of wasn't fair, I don't think, you know, because a lot aren't going to show up if they got to pay 500 off the top just to get in. And, you know, so there weren't many there. There's a few dudes just kind of chilling. You know, I hung out with this cool cat, Franco, for a while, and some other dudes. And, you know, dude Jeremy seemed like he was, you know, working something with some Santiago and ladies. You know, I got a number. I'm going to check one. So, you know, I don't know, some might have went to Copacabana, which is also sort of open, but it's closed. You just got to, you know, it looks closed, but people are in the dark in the back. Whatever, eating, drinking. So, anyways, I didn't go there. I just caught a ride home. But that's my day. Thanks for subscribing. Give me some love. You know, appreciate everybody out there. You know, those approaching me, those reaching out to me, you know, online or offline, live and direct. And you know what? We'll be in touch soon. Peace and good night, y'all.